Alright, so today we're going to talk about a brand new camper that I found in Mississippi. My mom was looking for one, and it's the Flagstaff E-pro 20 FBS. Now, this camper has a solar panel and an inverter that will run more than just the fridge. It's very common for campers to have, you know, battery and inverter that only runs the fridge. It does have that setup, and the fridge is isolated. However, on this particular unit, the inverter control panel is here, and you can hold this button down. Right now we're plugged into ground power, so it's not going to work. But you can hold this button down for 3 seconds, and it'll turn on AC power to all of your outlets, like here, just all the outlets that are in here, which is a plus. Now, this particular unit has one solar panel that, as I recall, was 190 watts. There is an option to get one with 3 solar panels and a 3,000 watt inverter, which will then run the air conditioning unit. Unfortunately, if it's the model that only has one solar panel, you're not going to get to run your air conditioner. So I have the Harbor Freight Predator, you know, 3500 generator, inverter generator, and just to test it out, I plugged this camper, and just for the record, in case you don't know, this particular camper is a 30 amp, not a 50 amp. So I plugged it into my generator and turned the air conditioner on high, and it was pulling 1600, right at 1700 watts. So it was about just a little under half of its maximum output capacity. So what I say, 1600, 1700, that's like, so how many amps is that? 120 volts. So Ohm's law, P-I-E, well, it's like, it's going to be 13 amps. Yeah, because 12 and 12 would be 144. So we were at 1600, 1700. So it's 13 and a half amps is what it was pulling, running the air conditioner. So if you had the microwave on, it would probably add another 600-700 watts. I don't know what the rating is of that microwave, but my point is, a 3500 watt Harbor Freight generator, or the Honda one, inverter generator, would run it. And for the record, you really should use an inverter generator, not the just dirty sine wave construction generator. That's hard on stuff. You don't want to mess up your camper. Okay, so one of the things that I was trying to figure out before they actually bought the camper, I live in Texas, they were in Missouri, the camper was in Mississippi, never saw one in person. And when you read through the literature, you might be wondering, well, it says it has a 12 volt TV, and you probably are smart enough to know that the TVs that come in these campers are really, I mean, they're the crappiest TVs that exist. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find a shittier TV. I mean, they're absolutely worthless. They're not smart TVs, they're just a TV. And generally the picture quality is not that good. So when you see that it has, oh, it's a 12 volt TV, does that mean I'm stuck with it? Well, I tried to figure that out. And I ended up going to Google Images and just looking through images, and I saw that it looks like there is an AC outlet next to the 12 volt outlet. So here's the TV. It's a very small, unimpressive TV that most people, or at least me, would immediately throw away. It has a DVD player built in, and there's some buttons here. Here's the mount on the wall. Here's your 12-volt socket, but you have AC power right here. So if you're a discerning individual who doesn't want to settle for junk, you can immediately throw this away and go buy a TV, a smart TV. It does have this Wi-Fi booster. I'm going to be honest, I don't know how that works. On my camper, I don't use anything like that. I turn on the mobile hotspot on my phone and run all the TVs and all that off of that. There is a thermostat on the wall, and that runs just the heater. The air conditioner is ran by knobs, and your inverter control is right down here for your, that's for your refrigerator. The bed is a full-size bed, which camper full size, not house full size, so it's like 54 by 76 or something like that. Obviously, as you probably know, these mattresses that come in the campers are not even fit for a dog, unless you don't love your dog. So you'll want to get a good Tempur-Pedic, you know, bed in a box or something like that. Now, I think this is a really cool camper. If you can handle a camper that's in the 20-foot range, like you're just a solo, you're going solo, or you're with someone you really like, it's really nice. The air, I mean, we're here in Texas right now, where it's 100 degrees and the humidity is like 500, and I turned the air conditioner off when I started filming because I don't want to hear the noise. And it's still cool in here. This air conditioner has no trouble cooling this camper. Here's your fridge. You know, there's some bottles of water there. You can get an idea of the size of it. Freezer, not real big, but man, it's really cold. So, get your toilet. Another thing is the fan. It's got a nice, wide, you know, large diameter fan, and it has speeds. So, I mean, that's really cool. Turn it off. And then here's the shower. This is just a like a vinyl curtain, but it is in that frame. And the shower, pretty good size, really, for a small camper. I mean, most campers this size don't have a bathroom that size, so that's a plus. I will say, the door's caught my shirt. Now this table tucks behind the couch. You fold it up, set it behind the couch, then it's out of your way. The couch folds down into a bed, and then you have overhead storage here, but you don't have a lot of storage in this camper. In fact, one of the things that I have struggled to figure out as I spend time in this camper is, where are you going to put your trash can? I don't know. I think you're probably going to put a hook on the wall somewhere and hang a plastic bag like this, and then open the door and toss it in a trash can that you keep outside. But you know, it's doable. We picked this camper up for less than $20,000, brand new. It's a 2022 model. Right now, the year, we're in July of 2023. 24s are coming out. The camper industry is suffering, and the market is flooded with used campers. All the COVID people who had to go back to work have realized now, oh my gosh, this is a problem, and they're getting rid of, they're offloading their campers. So this particular camper was listed for $19,400. These campers, this particular one, is very common to see them over 30 grand. I've seen 38 grand, I've seen 35 grand. Above 30 grand is normal, and even into this market, when I searched the country, I was finding them for 28, 24, they had it down there in Mississippi for 19.4, and they had another one for 18.4 or 18.5. Now, I don't know what the difference was. They were both brand new, same model, same unit. Came from a place called Dad's Camper Outlet. It's run very poorly. It's kind of a shithole. It took us like 2 weeks to be able to get this camper. I think because we weren't financing it with them, and that was how they were planning on making their money. I don't know what the hang up was. When I was there, everyone that I saw, they were just milling about. It's like, I don't know, it was kind of like second grade classroom and the teacher's not in there. Like, there seemed to be no guidance, no leadership, no real sense of duty. Nobody gave a shit. They were looking for their next, joint. I don't know. I hated it. I just hated it. The one guy that was there, his name was Terry, and I liked him. He was a good guy, and he was an older guy. And he never said this, but I kind of got the impression that he was probably retired and he was just hanging out there selling campers because it kept him busy, and he knew that the place was run by zombies, and probably secretly was somewhat embarrassed by it. But anyway, this is the unit, and I'm going to take you outside and show you some more of it. Oh, here's your panel for your lights, water tank, awning lights. It comes with a push button electric lock. It came with a grill that actually rests on this channel that's built onto the side of the unit, and then it came with the hose that actually connects to right there. Now, if you probably know that campers, when you buy them new, even though they have new tires on them, those tires are itching to blow up on you. They're absolute garbage, and the first thing you should do is go immediately to a tire place and have them replaced. That's the smart bet. The tires that are on this are Chinese tires. They're Westlake tires, and they are not the cheap Chinese tires that are waiting to blow up. Westlake tires are drivable. You can leave them on there. That was a shock to me. Now, it comes, they say, with a lift kit. I don't know, that's kind of weird, but it comes with these tires, like a all-terrain tread, and it might sound weird to have a lift kit on a camper with all-terrain tires, and that's because it is, but this camper looks really good, and it pulls it off well. So this is what the unit looks like from the outside, awning out. You do have LED lights up underneath your awning. I don't know, you can kind of probably see them. There's a little storage area here. You could put roughly 9 boxes of tennis shoes in there. That's about it, but it is storage. And then over here, when you open this one, it is more storage. These do have the magnetic door hold open magnets. So here's your storage in here. That's a septic hose, new in the box. The tongue dolly is power, it is electric, and this camper was outfitted with the wheel, and then it came with the foot, which is, you know, right there. It actually came with the foot in here. This camper does have a water filtration system in it, and it came with a replacement filter. I don't know where it's at. I have a feeling it's back there on the other side, probably behind that panel, would be my guess. However, the water You know what? It's right here. That's what I thought. I was thinking it might be behind this panel, because right here is the water port where you plug everything in. So I don't know, we'll have to get a screwdriver and pull that screw out, and we can pull this panel out of the way. Yeah, but there's your filter housing. So that's not a replacement filter, that's the filter you're supposed to install after it's been sold, because it was winterized, so they don't want that in the filter. That makes sense. The awning does have the pull down to adjust your pitch arms, which is nice. No automatic, no power jacks. You do have jacks on all four corners, manual. There's your power plug. Septic, this is your gray drain. It's kind of small in diameter from what I'm used to, but the drain valve is here. It's just a blade seal. You know, like my camper, well, my camper is different, so yeah, kind of a different setup. Freshwater drain is here. Here's your fill for your freshwater tank, and then access to storage from the other side. There is a light here, which is cool. Nice to have a light. And then here's a switch for your docking light right here. It actually came with 2 propane bottles, and they filled them, and here's your battery supply to power the inverters, and then here's your little power jack. 2 5/16 ball, if you wondered. I actually thought, because it only weighed like 3,500 pounds, that it was a 2-inch ball. So I'm gonna try to show you so you can see the top of the camper. Solar panel up there, comes with an antenna, and the other thing is you have the Max Air vent cover on the back, so when your vent is open for the bathroom, if it's raining, it doesn't matter. Or if you leave it open, I guess technically it doesn't matter. It also came with this little table that attaches to this channel here, where you would hang your grill. If you don't want the grill there, you can put the table there. And it has an outdoor outlet and an outdoor speaker, and that is the vent for the stove. So honestly, I'm just impressed with the camper. You know, you got aluminum frame construction, what they call Asdel construction walls. So like, I think that's like, I can't remember, so I'm not going to say. But you can see it's not that cheap corrugated steel, you know, wall. So yeah. Oh, and a tire pressure monitoring system is installed as well. The camper is controlled through an app, and so is the inverter. Yeah, I mean, if you could find one of these for 20 grand and like that size works for you, there is no other camper, in my opinion, that you should actually be looking at. That you need to go get that. It's a great camper. You know, if you're dealing with Dad's Camper Outlet in Minnesota, I mean, if you're financing it through them, it's probably going to be nice and smooth. If you're out of state and you're like, I'm paying cash, how can I wire you the money? Well, you just hit a wall, because it's like they aren't interested in you pay. It's like they don't want to take your money. I mean, we actually had to drive down there. We couldn't buy the camper. I mean, how insane is that? You've got the money, you want to send it to them, and they won't or can't figure out how to do it. Best thing to do is just show up, bring us the check. Nuts. I mean, gave them a deposit, so it was not going to go anywhere. Oh, and it came with this bike rack, which yeah, I mean, okay, if you're hauling bicycles, I guess if you're a Walmart bike buyer and you don't really care about your shit, and I mean, that's the category you're at, fine. Hang them on these kind of bike racks. If you have good bikes and you're a discerning individual, you should not carry your bikes by the top tube on the bike. It's hard on the cables, it fucks up the bike. I mean, it's just stupid, don't do it. You want to come up with a better way to do it. And the best way would be to put your bike rack in the receiver hitch, which this does not have, unfortunately. So, and that is 1/8 inch thick. I'm gonna guess aluminum. So yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do. Oh, and it has an outdoor shower, which is just a hose, right? But that's okay. And a already manufactured camera mount. So obviously you have to buy the camera, but it's pre-wired. I put one on my camper just to help me for backing in. But anyway, that's it. Great unit. It's awesome. I mean, not good for, you know, to me, it's not really enough space for, you know, wife and a kid. It'd be good for solo unit and, you know, maybe boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't know. Haven't been together 6 months yet. Yeah. I don't know. Or just those people who don't mind being a little more cramped. But it is a 20-foot unit and they've done really well with the space. So, oh, and another thing. Yeah, man, I mean, that's just it about this camper. I don't know. Mine didn't have this. It came with the tube to store your septic hose in. And the freshwater drain is a wide blade seal. Yeah, so cool. I don't know, I'm just not used to seeing that. Mine doesn't have that. Mine just has a hose sticking down and I have to go get down there and turn a little valve, and it, you know, it doesn't come out in a hurry, and I'm in no hurry, so I mean, when do I care how long it takes for it to drain? You know, when it's empty, it's empty. So yeah, that's it. Flagstaff E-pro 20 FBS. Should check them out. I mean, I have no interest in telling you. It's not like I'm a salesman for them, but I just think it's a cool camper.